This is BTV Business Television.
Welcome to BTV Business Television. I'm Jessica Katrashak.
And I'm Taylor Tone. Well, Jessica, gold and silver are rewriting the record books, pushing to all new highs through 2025 and into early this year, fueled by strong investor demand and ongoing central bank buying.
And that momentum is opening the door to fresh opportunities for investors. And it doesn't stop with precious metals. Commodities across the board are heating up, with copper trading at all-time highs and demand continuing to build.
And this week on BTV, we're zeroing in on the hottest commodities and asking the big question, Jessica, is it time to carve out more space for them in your portfolio?
It's effectively a 5-year plan to get to 200,000 ounces of gold production and 4, 5, or 6 million ounces of silver production.
And we're going to be back in production by mid-2028. That's light speed in our industry today.
The Rose Lithium project, that's ranked among one of the most advanced projects in North America.
Until now, no one has ever found a bedrock source for 20 million ounces of gold, and we've done that.
It's all coming up next on BTV Business Television.
We're becoming more modern, becoming more electric, and we're modernizing the planet with electrification and redeveloping the planet, but mining went to the cheapest in history and capital was the most difficult to get access to. Now we're seeing a paradigm shift in that. We're seeing a much bigger audience, double the population over the last 40 years, and a huge demand on metals, and everyone's late, but we are still early in this next cycle for metal.
How do you instantly create a mid-tier gold and silver producing powerhouse? Well, you combine the right assets, strong cash flow, and proven teams. And that's exactly what Contango Ore and Dolly Varden Silver are doing together.
To put the two companies together at our current market caps, we're a $1 billion US company. We'll have 31 million shares outstanding, over $100 million in cash. We'll be generating over $100 million in free cash flow annually, and we've got a portfolio of 4 districts to continue to explore. We'll have 3 million ounces of gold and 100 million ounces of silver. So I think that's a rocket ship. A lot of work to do, but it's effectively a 5-year plan to get to 200,000 ounces of gold production and 4, 5, or 6 million ounces of silver production. And we're fully financed to do that, and we have the team to execute the plan. New company will be Contango Silver and Gold.
Dolly Varden had already attracted seasoned investors to their portfolio.
Dolly Varden was a small explorer that was built on a team of scientists and some very supportive, astute precious metals investors like Hecla, Eric Sprott, through some well-timed financings and acquisitions, and on the back of some really big discoveries, we grew from tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap. But what we lack is what Contango has, which is a seasoned team that over the course of many decades has taken projects through discovery, through development, and into production. So working with Rick and the team at Contango is bringing in, a name that's synonymous with Alaska, a name that's synonymous with success. And so we're really excited about the step change, not only in liquidity, tonnage, but most importantly, personnel.
The synergy between the two asset portfolios is matched by supportive jurisdictions on both sides of the border.
BC and Alaska are great jurisdictions to work in. They're mining friendly. We have worked a long time in Alaska, have a very good working relationship with Alaska Native corporations and tribes. Dolly Varden has done a good job of working with the First Nations in Canada, specifically the Nisga'a.
I can speak from the Canadian perspective. It's why the Golden Triangle is Canada's #1 mining jurisdiction, and why the Carney government is focused on fast-tracking and supporting mines in BC.
Hecla is a $20 billion market cap company. It's been around for 135 years. We want to be like Hecla, except we want to do it in 5 years.
While record-breaking gold prices are stealing the spotlight, silver is also hitting record highs. And with exposure to both, Contango Silver and Gold will be well positioned to capture the upside on 2 fronts.
Positioned within the world-famous Kirkland Lake Gold Camp in the Abitibi Greenstone Belt, Kirkland Lake Discoveries is on the brink of unlocking major discovery potential across the largest consolidated land package in the camp's history. And it all starts with the drill.
Kirkland Lake has been a historic mining camp for over 100 years. Early 1900s was when it was first discovered. There's been over 48 million ounces of gold that have come out of that area. It's a very strong area for mining. So with that, we have very strong infrastructure. We have significant neighbors in Agnico, Eldorado, Pan American Silver. And so those neighbors provide stability for the area.
And now Kirkland Lake Discoveries hopes to put its stamp on the area.
I get most excited about the opportunity for discovery. I think that's why all junior exploration companies get into this. And so for me to be in a position with this company that we have 25,000 meters ongoing with brand new targets that have never been tested before in one of the best belts in the world, we have assays that will be coming up consistently every 2 to 3 weeks. And so there's going to be many opportunities for discovery. We're currently working around a 17-kilometer pluton, and around that pluton we have multiple geophysical, geochemical targets. With that, there's going to be consistent news flow all the way through to the beginning of the summer.
In a strategic move, Kirkland Lake Discoveries recently purchased the Murado Gold Project.
The Murado Gold Project is a brownfields resource. It's a historic resource for 442,000 ounces, open pit in the Abitibi, which is not very common to be able to pick that up. But what we see it as is exploration potential. It's wide open at depth. Most of the drilling hasn't been below 250 meters. And so we see this as a great opportunity to grow this resource. It de-risks our position as a junior exploration company. And so we have this two-pronged approach now. So we have this beautiful blue sky upside that's possible with our exploration. And then we have this opportunity to be able to have a much safer, consistent growth with the resource development. And so we brought that in to be able to allow us to have that multitude of opportunities for our investors. Our team of geologists take a very systematic approach to their exploration. With the lower costs that are associated with working in the Abitibi because of the incredible workforce that we have there, and our exploration will be very, very efficient so we can get the most out of those dollars.
Backed by capital, surrounded by history, and drilling for discovery in one of the world's greatest gold belts, Kirkland Lake Discoveries is one company to watch.
Coming up on BTV, a company that should be on everyone's radar.
And we're going to be back in production by mid-2028. That's light speed in our industry today.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
When experienced explorers team up with the right land package, things get interesting. That's exactly what's happening with FireFox Gold as the company advances its projects in one of Europe's most prospective regions.
We have 7 projects in the central Lapland Greenstone Belt, and FireFox is exploring all of them in one way or another. Of course, our flagship asset and that which people may have heard of is called our Mustajärvi project. We have repeatedly drilled high-grade gold intercepts. We've even trenched high-grade gold at surface 80 meters off a paved highway. So Mustajärvi has grade, and we've been hitting results there for a number of years now. But beyond that, we've just announced our first high-grade drill intercept from a property called Sarvi, which is right next to what we hope will be Europe's next gold mine.
I'm not happy with one discovery. I'm not even happy with 2 discoveries. I think that there will be multiple discoveries in our portfolio over the next few years.
FireFox is continuing to intersect high-grade gold in geological terrain, where the exploration team has deep experience.
Finland is a mining country, but primarily base metals. So you had this belt, probably with a lot of gold in it, that wasn't getting any real gold exploration.
We are currently working on Mustajärvi, and the idea is that we'll have a maiden resource, a high-grade maiden resource. We got some great intercepts at the Sarvi project, so we are effectively hunting another discovery. And those 2 things, there will be a lot of developments regarding those this year.
There's only one major mine there now, and a total of 14 or 15 million ounces of resources or reserves. We believe this is a treasure box waiting to be unlocked, which is why we founded FireFox Gold.
And Finland is a great place to live and work.
Finland is again number one in the Fraser Institute study. Finland's been the happiest country 8 times in a row. We are the least corrupt country on the planet. It is absolutely stunning, the infrastructure. There's 6 international airports north of the Polar Circle. The climate is warm thanks to the Gulf Stream. It's completely different from Canada, same latitude, so it's absolutely fantastic.
High-grade gold in this price environment has a lot of potential for investors and for companies like us.
As a maiden resource approaches later this year, for investors, FireFox Gold continues to advance high-grade gold projects in Finland with a team that knows the geology well.
In a world hungry for new copper supply, it's easy to see why investors are watching a project with the potential to become Canada's next single-asset copper producer. It's a rare, high-grade opportunity that's now being played out in the Yukon, one of the country's most prospective and mining-friendly jurisdictions.
Selkirk Copper is a restart story. It's the opportunity to rebirth an asset that operated for a number of years and just do it a little bit better at the right time. It's a copper, gold, silver project that has this unique sort of set of characteristics in that all of the infrastructure is already built there. Our job is just to do the planning work and execute it in a timely fashion, and we're going to be back in production by mid-2028. The past operator, although they did ultimately fail, they did something that nobody had done since 2013. They drilled about 82,000 meters and they discovered several new zones, but they never had the chance to take advantage of that. So what we did is we took all of that technical information, we updated the mineral resource estimate, we published that in August of 2025, and that's the platform. That's just the start. And so then subsequent to that, we started a 50,000 meter drill program in August, and we're building on our understanding of the resource such that we have really good information to inform those plans.
Selkirk Copper is also breaking new ground by inviting members of the local community to be an active part of their management team.
We're changing the way we think about resource development by partnering directly with the First Nation. This is the first time it's been done in Canada in a public mining equity. They acquired this asset out of bankruptcy. They are the true entrepreneurs here, and they need to be celebrated for that.
Selkirk is now working with their First Nation partners to redefine the resource, build the new and updated mine plans, and refresh all existing permits so they accommodate a targeted 12 to 15-year mine life.
Mid-year this year, we will complete what's called a preliminary economic assessment, and that's the first updated economic view of this asset. It'll be a great re-rate opportunity for much of the investors. And then we'll start a feasibility study. And then by mid-2027, we will make the restart decision, and we will be in production early 2028, probably mid-2028. 2.5 years from today, we could be producing 30,000 tons copper equivalent in the concentrate that the world needs. And there are very few people, very few places that can say they have that opportunity.
New assay results from Selkirk's 50,000 meter drill program continue to reinforce the view to investors that the Minto project has meaningful restart potential.
After the break, it seems like gold is on every investor's radar.
We have industry-low drilling costs. We're not drilling with helicopters on the top of the mountains in the Yukon.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
Dryden Gold CEO, who previously turned a $6 million exploration company into a $300 million royalty giant, is at it again. He now believes that Dryden Gold is on a similar trajectory, having already surpassed a $100 million market cap. More impressively, they've only just begun.
Dryden Gold is a fairly new company. We've been public just right at 2 years. And we have a very large district-scale land package in northwest Ontario that we're exploring for high-grade gold, and it has exceptionally high-grade gold on it. We have 700 square kilometer Gold Rock is definitely our flagship, and that's where the historic mining was done, where the very high-grade gold is. That's about 20 kilometers of strike length in the Gold Rock camp, and we're just scratching the surface of it.
If you can't access a property, then you can't get the gold out of the ground. And Dryden Gold has complete road access to their flagship asset.
It's the infrastructure is probably the most important thing, because we have the Trans-Canada Highway runs through the northern part of our property into the city of Dryden. In fact, most of our projects, you can drive a Toyota Camry right to where we're drilling. To have high-grade gold with the kind of infrastructure we have industry-low drilling costs. We're not drilling with helicopters on the top of the mountains in the Yukon.
In fact, recent drilling at Gold Rock has unveiled a much larger mineralization than was previously expected.
Where we thought we had over about a kilometer of width, we thought we had these three structures to drill on. We now are looking at over a dozen in there. It's really expanded it. And so what we have is a very developable resource. So very hard to find a district scale land package like Dryden Gold has. Very, very high grade gold on it, and right on the Trans-Canada Highway.
Dryden Gold has a 32,000-meter drill program that is fully funded, which will keep them occupied throughout the rest of the year as they look to deliver more gold and good news for investors.
Canada's lithium sector is gaining traction, yet hasn't begun to reach its potential as an important global supplier. As supply chains evolve and new trade relationships take shape, the Critical Elements project in Quebec is strategically positioned to emerge as a modern operation, capable of serving both domestic requirements and fast-growing international markets.
Our vision is to become a large, responsible lithium supplier for the EV market and the battery storage unit. We want to use the Rose Lithium project, which is our most advanced asset, to achieve that vision.
The flagship project is readily accessible year-round and directly connected to Hydro-Quebec, one of the cleanest and least expensive grids globally.
Our main project is the Rose Lithium project that's ranked among one of the most advanced projects in North America, with all the major permits in place, the detail engineering well advanced, so that positions us to really move the project to construction and production very quickly once the project financing is in place, and we have taken a final investment decision to build the project.
Lithium's a metal full of upside, and Critical Elements' current NPV speaks of their tangible present-day value.
Still, EVs remain the main driver for the demand. If we look at EV demand is growing at a pace of 20% plus per year since several years. If we look at the actual demand for lithium, for this year we're talking about 1.2 million tons, and by 2030 we're expecting around 3 million tons of demand. So based on that growing demand, we are pretty doubtful that the market will be able to supply lithium at that speed, but let's say we plan to be part of it. We receive a conditional contribution from the Critical Mineral Infrastructure Fund for 20 million. As well, we also have a support letter from a large institution for $115 million US in long-term debt. I really think this gives us a good advantage in the market to capture that high demand for lithium, because we can really quickly post project financing and final investment decision, be in construction, then start production.
For investors on the hunt, the global race to lithium production finds Critical Elements at the forefront, with another high-value find in Canada. After the break, it seems like gold is on every investor's radar.
Until now, no one has ever found a bedrock source for 20 million ounces of gold, and we've done that.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
More than a century after the Klondike gold rush captured the world's imagination, Klondike Gold Corp is carrying that pioneering spirit forward, trying to answer the question, what is the source of all that gold?
The Klondike is full of gold. It's an amazing place. The Klondike gold fields has been mined over the last 125 years for 20 million ounces of gold found by people with gold pans extracting it from surface gravels. Until now, no one has ever found a bedrock source for 20 million ounces of gold gravel endowment, and we've done that. Klondike Gold for the past 10 years has been drilling. We had an initial mineral resource estimated and published at the end of 2021 that said there was 581,000 ounces of gold in shallow open pit mineralization. That was the first proof ever that there actually was gold in the bedrock, and that was the real reason for publishing it. It wasn't particularly a fantastic resource, it was just proof. Since then, we've continued drilling and we have outlined large zones of low-grade mineralization measured in kilometers or miles, and also discovered high-grade gold from 1 ounce to 100 ounce plus in veins within the alteration. And neither of those things has ever been identified before, and there's enormous potential to add to our existing resource.
Their gigantic 727 square kilometer property covers the entirety of the gold rush area, and yet it's so close to essential services like drilling crews.
We've had our drillers drilling our main resource order pizza from Dawson City delivered to the drill. We have excellent infrastructure, roads, there's a power substation there. The airport, which lands 737s, is on the edge of our claim boundary. From 2022 to now, we've had 19,000 meters of drilling, and we're going to do another 8,000 in total. Most of those holes have hit mineralization. We're going to estimate a new resource at the end of 2026 and publish that at the beginning of 2027. It will be a substantial upgrade from the one we have currently. This past year, finding 1/4 ounce and 1/2 ounce nuggets in quartz veins in outcrop, you can't get that anywhere else in the world, period. Go hunt a nugget.
And just as a Klondike Gold Rush once rewarded those bold enough to believe, Klondike Gold Corp is proving that in this legendary district, the next chapter of discovery may be happening right now.
Well, Taylor, these are exciting times across the commodity space where rising demand is fueling both wealth creation and new job opportunities around the globe.
That's right, Jessica, and nearly everything we rely on every day, from smartphones and electric vehicles to the food on our tables, it all depends on one or more essential raw commodities. And historically, commodities have shown the ability to outperform traditional asset classes during periods of rising inflation, making them an area investors continue to watch closely.
I couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on BTV Business Television. I'm Jessica Katrachak.
And I'm Taylor Tone. Follow us right here at Business Television and be part of a growing community turning insight into action. And until next time, may your portfolio prosper.